even if you're scared, that's the best time to do it. And seeing the same people, talking to the same firm, I don't really think this is going to get me anywhere. It wasn't aligning with me anymore. I really don't think this is for me. Are you transferring because you don't like the people? Look into the programs, look at how much it costs. You have to think this is your future now. Call, you have to see, you have to figure it out. Meet with your advisor, and you have to make decisions that are going to positively impact you. Hello sisters, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Summer. If not, this video is strictly for the people who are looking to transfer colleges. I feel like I get a lot of DMs and messages about the transfer process, my experience, why did I transfer, and I just want to make a video dedicated to that because I feel like this video could help a lot of people, one, that have already asked me, and two, who are feeling like they want to but they just don't know. Like, they don't know what to do, they don't know if they really should, they are scared about the different area. If you were living on campus at one time, if you had to commute, like, all the questions that y'all have, I want to be answering. A lot of this is going to be my experience because I feel like it's easier to relate when somebody is telling you how they went through it instead of like what you should do. But before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and please comment down below any questions about the transfer process. If I don't answer them, let's get into it. So first, I'm going to start off with like my story, why I transferred. So again, my name is Summer. I'm a junior now at Towson University. I was going to Lincoln University, which is HBCU. It actually was my dream school. I really wanted to go to Lincoln. I ended up getting a $40,000 scholarship, which that's a lot. You know, it pays for a lot of my tuition, and I was out of state, so it really helped. You know what I'm saying? So my first year, I was like, this is kind of in the middle of nowhere. I want to get used to it. I'm away from home. Let's just see how it goes. My first year wasn't bad. I had a lot of fun, a lot of personal development. Since you're not going off campus a lot, we stayed on campus a lot, just finding out things to do, hanging out with my friends. It was cool. It was good. But my sophomore year, as I started to get a little older, I kind of left the party scene and I started to grow upon like my career choice, just work towards that. It just wasn't all that I thought it was going to be. For example, I'm a business administration major with a finance concentration, or finance minor. And when I started to like network and go to the events, it was such a small group of people that were business majors, because Lincoln is not a business school. So every time I went to the events, it was the same people there. We didn't really have a lot of people coming, like companies or firms coming and talking to us. We did, but it's not as much as I thought it would be. It's not as much as it should be. You know, since it's a smaller school, I feel like they don't get as much recognition as they need or as they should have. So I was starting to feel like I don't really think this is going to get me anywhere. I did as much as I could on campus. I went to the events. I networked with all the business students, all the business department. I got to know the whole department, all the resources that they had, but I just felt like it wasn't enough for me. I felt like I was outgrowing not only the career aspect, but also the people aspect. I started to know a lot of people that went to the school, and each year it just felt like it wasn't aligning with me anymore. You know how you have that gut feeling, or you wake up and it's like, I really don't think this is for me. Like, I don't think it was for me. I didn't think it was for me at all. I would wake up, I would literally be upset because I just wanted to go home. I don't know. It just was a very different experience. And I knew that's not what I wanted for the next 2 years. So that's when I started talking to my family and stuff. And I was saying like, yeah, I really don't think I want to be here anymore. And of course I had family that were telling me like, you know, they're giving you a lot of money, you should stay, you are not making like the right decision. But at the end of the day, yes, it's cheaper to go to Lincoln, but at the end of the day, I feel like I'm a really big mental health type of person, and I felt like my mental health wasn't where I needed it to be. And I'm also an opportunity and experience driven person. So if I don't feel like it's a lot of opportunities or experiences or people that I'm able to, you know, connect with and grow with, it's just like, this is not the space for me. And I've always been like that type of person. So it's kind of like a value for me, and Lincoln wasn't fulfilling that value. I can't recall what month it was that I started to look into the transfer portal. But basically all I did was, after talking with my parents and stuff, I did go back and forth for a while. I feel like it was a couple months. I was kind of like, I really want to stay here because of the friends, and you know, like, it's comfortable. It's not going to be a different environment. But at the same time, I had to take that risk so that I could do better within my future. Like, I had to look at the then and not focus too much on the now, because I'm just going to keep partying, seeing the same people, talking to the same firms and companies. I want to be able to branch out and experience everything as much as there is in the world. So I ended up filling out Towson University's application. And I did a lot of calling because I was very new to this. Nobody I knew was a transfer student. I had to really figure it out on my own. So I did a lot of research, just looking up programs Towson had, how many students they had. I went on a tour to see if I liked the campus. I did a lot of inner work, you know. I didn't just apply to a school and then go. And then I had to really see if this would be the right choice for me and compare the two. Like, why do I want to go to this school compared to this school? You know what I'm saying? I ended up doing a tour and I put my decision in for Towson. Okay, let me back up. You had to fill out an application. You had to send over your transcript, your official transcript. You had to send over all the classes and stuff that you take so that you could see if they transfer over to the new school that you're looking to go into. And you also had to, you know, pay like an enrollment fee. What else? That's really all I can think of off the top of my head. If you guys have any questions about the actual like in-depth process, just comment down below. I can't think right now, but I know I did have to get my official transcript. I had to make sure that my classes were transferring over, and I had to pay like the enrollment fee. And it's the same application as if you were just going to college, like your freshman year going into college. It's the same application. It's nothing different. Well, the only real difference is you have to submit your transcript, and that's really it. It's probably a little smoother than actually going to the school for the first time, like as a freshman. But after that process, at Lincoln, I was a commuter. At Lincoln, I did stay on campus. I had a roommate and everything. Then I decided when I came to Towson that I was going to stay home, kind of save some money. And honestly, I felt like being home was where I was supposed to be, just so that I could, I felt like home was where I wanted to be. And I started commuting. If you don't know what commuting is, it means you're living at home or you're living off campus and you drive or have some sort of transportation to your university or college. So right now I am a commuter. I do love it, but it does have its pros and cons. I would say a few pros is that 1, it's less money. 2, you get to have your own room because you live at home if you do or don't have your own room. 3, you're able to have the at-home experience and also the college experience at once. But that also can be a con, because if you have a lot going on at home and you have a lot going on at school, it's hard to like differentiate the two, because it's like I need to go home, but I still have things that I still need to get done at school. So it's a little hard, but as you go through it, as you experience it, it'll get better. It's really not that bad. I promise it's not. So that's really my story now. I did transfer to Lincoln my sophomore year. I'm now in my junior year, second semester junior year at Towson University. A lot of my credits, well, a good chunk of my credits did not transfer over, which is kind of sad, but I look at it as an opportunity because you never know what could come from that extra semester. You never know. Maybe you could study abroad. Maybe you could join a club, be a president of something. Like, it's so many things that you could do with that extra semester. You can network. You can do an internship. It's like, don't let extra time discourage you just because you're not graduating with your best friends. Like, it's okay. You just have a little bit more time to prepare for the real world. So yeah, I will be graduating the fall of 2026 compared to the spring. So an extra semester in December rather than in May. Like I said, it has its pros and cons. I'm not really mad. It's just like, it is what it is. You never know what God could bring in that season, that extra semester. I do have a list of some things that you guys should know. 10 things you should know or do when you're transferring colleges. And I just wanted to share that as well, because I don't know, maybe this is your first time too trying to transfer and go through the process. And I feel like I should tell you some things that you should know or you should look into before or during your process to make it a bit smoother. So I did ask ChatGPT to generate some good things you know, so I'm just going to be reading off and kind of explaining. So the first one is know your why. Identify the reasons for transferring. Are you transferring because you don't like the people? Are you transferring because you don't like the outside environment? Is it the professors? Is it the academic restrictions? Like, why do you want to transfer? Give yourself some time to list the things, like the pros and cons of the school, and list the things of why you want to transfer. Why do you you want to leave? Why? Is it a certain situation that happened? Is it like an ongoing feeling that you have? So just make sure you really get to the bottom of why you feel the way you feel, because you could just be making a decision that just pop up in your head and you took and ran with it, or it could be a feeling that you've been feeling over and over and over, and you really want to get out of the environment that you're in. So just make sure that you're taking time to just list the things out and do it on a clear mind. Don't let other people get in the way, because I feel like I did. If I would have let another person get in the way of telling me to stay, I probably would have stayed and still wouldn't have been happy. You get what I'm saying? Number 2 is research schools thoroughly. So yes, look into the programs, look at how much it costs, look and see what organizations they have, what the school is for. Like Towson is a business school. I'm a business major. So if the school is known for what your major is, it would be a good choice. Like if you want to go to Morgan, they're known for engineering. Towson is known for nursing and business. Lincoln is known for like arts. You get what I'm saying? Like you have to know. Don't just go to a school because your homegirl from high school goes there, or don't just go there because your dad said it was a good school. Like you have to think this is your future now, and you have to make decisions that are going to positively impact you, not your sister, not your dad, not your mom, not your homegirl, not your little brother. You. Like at this point you have to be selfish and look at how this will benefit you and everything around you. So just make sure that you're looking into the scholarships, the tuition costs, if your classes will transfer. Call the other school. You don't have to transfer just to call the other school and get some insight on what's going on. You could just call them and say like, hi, I'm interested in transferring. I go to Lincoln University. I'm a freshman or a sophomore or a junior, and I was wondering if you could walk me through some of the opportunities, benefits, scholarships that you guys offer to students or even transfer students. And bow. Like you're good. Like that's, you just have to call, you have to see, you have to figure it out, you have to get the answers that you're looking for. Number 3, well, I'm skipping number 3 because I don't think it's really a good. Number 4, meet with your advisor. So my advisor, I don't even honestly remember meeting with my advisor. Honestly, I don't, but I think you should, or speak to other professors to see if they could help you in some way. Like if they could do something to point you in the right direction. Maybe they could say, oh, Mr. Chowing is from Towson University, ask him a few questions and maybe he could help you. Or maybe you should visit the business department and speak with Dr. Hope, and she can point you in the direction of some resources that'll better assist you in transferring. So just make sure you talk about it. Talk about it to people that can actually help you, and don't talk about it to people that you just feel like they're going to give your opinion. It's cool to talk to friends and family, but I feel like the more people you tell, the more they impact your decision, and it's kind of harder to maneuver around that because you get lost on how you actually feel about it. These two kind of coincide. So one is gather your required documents, which is your transcripts, if you need it, your recommendation letters, and your personal statements. I didn't really need any of that. The only stuff that they asked me for was like, did I violate any campus stuff, and if I did, give me documentation that I'm cleared, XYZ. So that's, I wonder if it's focused. I think it is. So that's really like the biggest questions or like documents that you need other than your transcript. You don't really need anything else. But the other one is apply before the deadlines. You literally can look up the deadlines for anything. Towson, I looked it up on their website. They're filled with resources, filled with deadlines. They have all the information you could ever think about having. They had the transfer deadline. They had the new student deadline. They had the orientation deadline. Everything. Like, look up your deadlines. And if you don't really know how to look it up, use ChatGPT. Ask them, tell them, I'm looking to transfer to XYZ, or I'm looking to transfer, I'm not sure what school I want to go to, but here's my major, here's what I'm looking to do. Could you help me find a school that will best fit me? I'm telling you, chat is your friend. I don't even know what number we're on. The best thing that I could say is prepare for change. It's not going to be the same as your old school. Everything is going to be different. If you're living on campus and you started to commute, it'll be different. If you decide to just transfer, period, it's going to be a bunch of new people, new professors, a new campus. It'll be like your freshman year again. I promise you, it's going to be different. It's going to be a challenge, but as long as you ask for help, you utilize the resources, you will be fine. My first semester at Towson was absolutely garbage. I'm telling you, I was stressed out because one, the curriculum was so much harder. I was taking calculus, finance, I was taking marketing, I was taking so many classes. I was on campus all day long. But one thing that really helped me out is one, one, go into the office hours, which you should already be doing at your institution now, but go to office hours, email your professors, get on their nerves, get on your professors' nerves, okay? Get on their nerves. Go to office hours, utilize the resources, go to the study groups, everything. You just have to put yourself out there. And that also coincides with when you do get to your new university, make sure you're putting yourself out there. Go to the events, follow the campus activity board, just make sure you are putting yourself out there. I'm telling you, this is my first semester really putting myself out there, and I've met so many people, professors, firms, companies. My LinkedIn has grown over 100 connections just by putting myself out there and showing up to the events. Even if it doesn't correlate with your major or your minor or your passion, still go. You never know who you can meet there. Let's say on the outside of your major or minor, you're looking to be an artist. Go to the art club. Go here. Go there. Like, you have to put yourself out there. Even if you're scared, that's the best time to do it. When you're scared, when you're calling your mom or your sister or your best friend, and you're like, oh my God, like, I really want to go, but I'm scared. Go. I promise you, one, God will guide you, and two, you'll be fine. Like, you'll get no reward without a risk. Make sure you're going to all the events. Make sure you're going as much as you can attend. Just please, like, it'll make your transfer process so much easier. You'll find a new home at your new school, just like how you had a home at your old school. And the last thing I want to say is, please trust your gut and trust your decision. Like I said, I was dealing with this for a couple months. I really wanted to leave. I literally would cry. I just felt so trapped at my university. I felt like a turtle outgrowing my freaking water, whatever. And it's okay. It was my dream school at one time. They did give me a huge scholarship. I really did appreciate the 2 years. They were great. But after a while, you grow, you know? You learn stuff from people. You learn stuff from organizations. You just learn, you learn. And when they can't teach you anymore, you have to leave. Like, you have to put yourself in a new environment to keep growing and keep prospering, or you're just going to be the same person that you are today. So trust your decision. Make sure you're looking into the schools. Do all that you can so that you can have a smooth process. Please, 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 please put yourself out there. If you want to commute, ask me any commuter questions. I promise I could tell you every single thing about being a commuter. If you want to live on campus, call financial aid to see if they cover. Call the housing. Literally call every single person there. Like, call everybody, call everyone, please. But this is going to be the end of the video. I love y'all so much. I really hope that this video made your transfer process or your thought process or your actual process a little easier. Like I said, please feel free to reach out to me and ask any questions. I did go from an HBCU to a PWI, which is crazy. People kind of look at me kind of crazy, but I feel like my PWI has a lot more resources. One, it's like 3,000 times bigger, and two, it's known for what I'm going to school for. Don't get me wrong, I love my HBCU, but like I said, I love y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped you out. Put a thumbs up if it did. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.